Welcome to the Lippis Report.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Lippis Report podcast. I'm Nick Lippis, your host for today's discussion with Prashant Gandhi, who's the Senior Director of Server Access Virtualization Product Marketing over at Cisco. Well, in this podcast, we're talking about the rapid changes taking place in data center technology and strategies for managing applications plus layer 4 through 7 services via a virtualization stack to calm complexity and enable cloud-level scale. Well, let me give you a brief intro to the topic before I bring Prashant into the general discussion. Well, virtualized server deployment has been propelled en masse thanks to increased data center efficiency by delivering the same or greater application workload with a reduced number of servers. While this is good, many IT business leaders are now realizing huge consequences to highly virtualized data centers. Their challenges are rooted in application management plus layer 4 through 7 services such as WAN optimization, application delivery controllers, and security, especially in environments that include multiple hypervisors and a wide variety of workload types and shifting virtual machines. For example, the new challenges of enterprise application management in virtualized data centers include what type and location of network intelligence is required when multiple hypervisors and various workloads exist and shift. Also, how do operations groups maintain consistent security policy across both virtualized and non-virtualized environments? And how do operations groups monitor and maintain application flow visibility? Well, in this Lippis Report podcast, I talk with Prashant Gandhi, who again is the Senior Director of Server Access Virtualization Product Marketing at Cisco Systems, about the new challenges of managing applications and layer 4 through 7 services in modern data center environments that consist of multiple hypervisors, a wide variety of workload types, and mobile or dynamic virtual machines. Well, with that said, say hello, Prashant, and welcome to the Lippis Report podcast.
Hello, Nick. It's great to be here and to talk to you regarding managing applications in highly virtualized data centers and cloud environments.
Excellent, great. Well, Prashant, I'm really glad you're here because this is a topic that is top of mind to any organization that's managing highly virtualized data centers. So let's dive right in. I think first, from the point of view of what you're seeing in the marketplace, data center technologies have increased in complexity as virtualization deployments have soared. So what key trends is Cisco focused on to assist IT business leaders manage applications in these highly virtualized infrastructures?
As we have seen, customers are deploying broadly and with depth workloads in their virtualized data centers and private cloud environments. And the approach that Cisco is taking is really to enable IT leaders to deploy their virtualized environments at scale with simplicity and consistency. The way they have deployed their bare metal workloads extend the same posture, same operational practices, features and policies, security into virtualized and cloud environments.
Excellent. All right, so Prashant, there's a new industry concept, and it's called virtualization stack or virtualization infrastructure. And Cisco is now organizing its products around these terms. So can you talk to the attributes of a virtualization stack or virtualization infrastructure? And let's give people an idea of what it is.
Absolutely. Our customers in the data center, when they deploy infrastructures, this infrastructure stays in there for 5-7 years. So they really would like to deploy this from a stack perspective. Infrastructure needs to be extensible, it needs to be flexible. And that's kind of our approach to leverage innovations and intelligence and provide an end-to-end stack. We start with virtual networking, whether it's ability to provide networking from software or hardware perspective, leveraging the intelligence in both these areas. And then as workloads are deployed, as we know, whether they're bare metal or virtual, they require security, they require application networking. So our approach is to provide these capabilities for virtualized and cloud workloads. And finally, it's about orchestration and dynamic way to provision and deploy these workloads. When these workloads are deployed by different teams, we'd like to make them scalably deployed and also broadly deployed across the data centers. As workloads move, policies, features need to be consistently applied, whether it's within a data center, across pods, or even across data centers.
Okay, great. So I think just what I got there is like there are four components to Cisco's virtualization stack. That being there's virtual networking, there's virtual security and application networking, and lastly, orchestration and provisioning. So that's the stack. So let's talk about those areas from a point of view of which Cisco products make up their underpinnings.
That's right, Nick. That's the stack. So let's start with virtual networking first, right? We offer customers to do hypervisor switching by offering a Nexus 1000V, enabling the Nexus experience from physical infrastructure to virtualized environments. Same operational practices, same CLI and OS, same set of features, but now in virtualized and cloud environments. We also offer in certain environments where customers would like to obtain performance for their virtualized workloads to be able to do the switching in hardware in the form of virtual machine FECs or VM FECs. This can be applied either in a UCS Fabric interconnect or in the Nexus 5500 specifically. Then security, as you know, is very important in virtualized environments. Customers would like to ensure that firewall policies, visibility and monitoring policies are applied. So in order to provide these capabilities, we have introduced Virtual Security Gateway, a stateful zone-based firewall, as well as leveraging our ASA firewall, the physical firewall, and now offering a virtualized form factor in the form of ASA 1000V. And finally, for providing application networking, what we have done, and visibility and monitoring, what we are offering is our VAS product, which provides app acceleration and WAN optimization in a virtual form factor, as well as network analysis module, which provides visibility and monitoring to workloads. If you look at the top of the stack, it is about orchestration and dynamic management. This is where we have recently introduced Network Services Manager that provides an API-driven management of the infrastructure, so automation tools can take advantage of this. For cloud deployments, we provide Cisco Intelligent Automation for cloud, and these products further provide that simplicity and automation needed for deploying in a very scalable, in a very simple manner, these virtualized and cloud workloads.
Yeah. I'll tell you, very good, Prashant. That is probably the most extensive cloud stack, virtualization stack that I've heard so far in the industry. So congrats on that. But let's now kind of bring this home from a point of view of how do IT business leaders take advantage of Cisco's virtualization stack and in the process also be cloud ready.
Yeah, absolutely. IT leaders would like to provide consistency of their workloads in terms of the way operationally manage their infrastructure. So with our stack, what we are able to do is to enable networking team to manage physical and virtual networks, security team to manage physical and virtual infrastructure, while remaining non-disruptive in the way virtualization teams manage virtual workloads and cloud workloads. So segregation of duties is very important, and we respect that. Second is really auditing and compliance. Customers have spent years ensuring that their infrastructure passes audits, meets compliance needs, and as these workloads, mission-critical workloads, PCI workloads, are now being deployed in virtualized environment and multi-tenant cloud environments, that we are able to extend that same compliance posture, same posture that meets audits into the virtualized and cloud environments. And our offerings is really from a blueprint perspective. We offer solutions, whether they are virtual desktop solutions or multi-tenant data center solutions on vBlock or FlexPod, as a blueprint, reference blueprint to customers, so they're able to deploy them rapidly in their infrastructure.
Yeah. Well, very good. Well, we've been talking about new models to manage applications and layer 4 through 7 services within highly virtualized data centers with Prashant Gandhi, who is the Senior Director of Server Access Virtualization Product Marketing at Cisco Systems. Prashant, thank you very much, and thank you all for watching.
That concludes this edition of the Lippis Report. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Nick Lippis, your host for today's discussion with Prashant Gandhi, who's the Senior Director